The MCU needs to get to the bottom of these. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 MCU mysteries that need answers.
Phil Coulson died still believing in that idea.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the unanswered questions, mysteries, and dangling plot threads that the MCU has still not addressed, despite its 10-year history. Because some plot elements of recent MCU films will be discussed, there may be spoilers ahead.
Thank you, Captain. Pretty sure this guy's a war criminal now, but whatever. I have to show these videos. It's required by the state. Let's do it.
Number 10. Weren't all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s records made public?
Done. And it's trending.
In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Hydra is revealed to still exist and to have infiltrated and partially control S.H.I.E.L.D. During the film, Black Widow and Nick Fury worked to expose the organization to the public by leaking S.H.I.E.L.D.'s entire database. Given that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been around for over half a century, that's like Edward Snowden leaks times a million.
What are we planning to do next?
Survive.
Yet there's very little of the fallout from this explored in the MCU, particularly on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. While the organization crumbles and it has to be rebuilt, we'd have thought there would be more consequences to all those secrets being available to the world.
That old friend is S.H.I.E.L.D.
Number 9. Why did Thanos give Loki a staff with an Infinity Stone in it?
Typical of humans. They scratch the surface and never think to look within.
In the first Avengers film, the galactic tyrant Thanos grants Thor's brother Loki a powerful staff, as well as an army to conquer Earth, provided he also retrieves the Tesseract, which contains an Infinity Stone. In Avengers Age of Ultron, it's revealed that Loki's staff also contains one of the stones. So, if Thanos' goal is to acquire all the stones, why would he loan someone like Loki something so valuable, particularly since he lost it so easily? Was it just a case of a bad investment? Number 8. What happened to Samuel Stearns, aka The Leader?
It's Mr. Blue, isn't it?
Mr. Green?
Samuel Stearns is a biologist who meets with Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk with the goal of helping him control his condition. Stearns is intrigued by the possibilities of the Hulk's abilities though, and helps create the film's antagonist, Abomination. In the process, he is injured and some of Banner's blood falls into his head wound, foreshadowing his becoming a villain from the Hulk comics, The Leader. Although Stearns appears in a tie-in comic, like many elements of The Incredible Hulk, he disappears from the on-screen stories of the MCU. In the tie-in, he's captured by S.H.I.E.L.D., but given that organization's rocky history, is it possible that Stearns escaped? Or, given that they seem to be doing research on him, could they have been planning something? Number 7. What actually happened to Red Skull?
You don't have one of those, do you?
Johann Schmidt, better known as Red Skull, is arguably Captain America's archenemy. However, at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger, Red Skull appears to be disintegrated by the Tesseract. Ever since this happened, fans have long speculated that the disintegration was actually some kind of teleportation, and that Red Skull is still alive out in the cosmos somewhere, or even trapped inside the Tesseract itself. Given the villain's importance to Cap's history, it seems odd that he hasn't made any appearances after his initial one. Number 6. Where is the real Mandarin?
Where's the Mandarin? Where is it?
Whoa, he's here. He's here, but he's not here. He's here, but he's not here.
What do you mean?
It's complicated.
Marvel fans were understandably upset with how Iron Man's greatest foe was handled in Iron Man 3. First, he appeared to be a terrorist instead of a quasi-magic user he is in the comics. Then the terrorist was revealed to be an actor, with a different character acting behind the scenes. The fan backlash was so great that a short film called All Hail the King suggested that the real Mandarin may exist in the MCU and be equally upset with how his name is being used. As mysterious as Red Skull's whereabouts are, at least he appeared on screen. Iron Man deserves a chance to properly face his own nemesis.
But you took his name, and now he wants it back.
No, sorry. I still don't get it.
Number 5. Do the Avengers not know Agent Coulson is alive?
You want to find out?
During the first Avengers film, Agent Coulson is killed by Loki. His death serves as one of the motivations to bring the disparate heroes together. Coulson's resurrection serves as a large mystery at the start of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he has not appeared in any of the MCU films since his death. Given that they're a shared universe, shouldn't the Avengers know about Coulson's return by now? The lack of connectivity of the TV series with the films may be partly to blame, and the MCU may have just missed their window of opportunity.
Who ordered this?
Director Fury himself.
This is wrong. Listen to him.
Let me die, please.
Number 4, is Hela the MCU's equivalent of death?
To challenge them is to court death.
In the comics, one of the things motivating Thanos to acquire the Infinity Stones is to impress and woo the female personification of death in the Marvel Universe. However, the MCU is considerably smaller than that of the comics universe, and it has often combined characters and concepts to simplify things for wider audiences. Given that Hela, the villainess of Thor Ragnarok, is the Asgardian goddess of death, is it possible that Thanos means to court Hela in the MCU? Only time and the next 2 Avengers movies will tell.
I'm not a queen or a monster. I'm the goddess of death.
Number 3, are the Sokovia Accords still a thing?
It states that the Avengers shall no longer be a private organization. Instead, they'll operate under the supervision of a United Nations panel only when and if that panel deems it necessary.
An international agreement meant to provide oversight of superpowered individuals and vigilantes, the Sokovia Accords are a major talking point in Captain America's Civil War, with Cap and Iron Man each opposing and supporting the legislation respectively. However, outside of a few mentions and appearances on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Accords have not been mentioned. For instance, did Spider-Man sign the Accords? Does the international community know who Peter Parker is? If not, are his actions in violation of international law? If Tony is pissed, imagine how the UN feels. With the last few films taking place away from Earth, and the next few taking place in either remote countries or dealing with bigger issues, it's doubtful they'll come up anytime soon.
You hacked a multi-million-dollar suit so you could sneak around behind my back doing the one thing I told you not to do.
Is everyone okay?
No thanks to you.
Number 2, is Cap still Cap?
Call it, Captain.
In another mystery having to do with the fallout from Captain America's Civil War, the question of Cap's status is left up in the air.
That shield doesn't belong to you.
You don't deserve it. My father made that shield.
Not Steve Rogers himself, of course, but rather the title of Captain America. Rogers abandons his mighty shield and is shown dressed in civilian clothes at the end of the film. Would the US government appoint someone new to be Captain America? In the comics, Steve Rogers had another superhero persona in the form of the Nomad. Whatever the case may be, we just hope the MCU stays away from the plunging neckline.
And get this man a shield.
Number 1, where is Nick Fury?
Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Nick Fury is traditionally known as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and while he held the position for the first half of the MCU, he gives it up after Hydra is exposed and goes underground.
Let's vanish.
Engage retroreflection panels.
He resurfaces several times after that to pass leadership of S.H.I.E.L.D. to Phil Coulson and to help out the Avengers with their Ultron problem. However, the iconic character has been incommunicado since then. While we understand that Samuel L. Jackson is a busy actor, the fact that he's not slated to appear in Infinity War is a disheartening prospect. Here's hoping he returns to his MCU roots with another cameo.
Trouble, Ms. Romanoff. No matter who wins or loses, trouble still comes around.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.